I'm flying high above the sky. I don't care, there will be a fight. Don't you know we've done me right in your eyes? Totally a guide, don't you see? Don't you know you've done for me right? Totally a guide, don't you see? Don't you see? Don't you see?
What is happening,
boys?
boys? What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
What it
Friday
do?
night, Rolling Thunder, episode 88. So I guess going into 88 or something like that's going to tell the episode. We got SDK Enclosures and Mullen Performance. My boy Casey up here. What's going on, gentlemen? Y'all doing good?
What's up, guys?
It's
Yep.
a fucking
Doing all right.
Friday.
Damn, Jake shaved your whole fucking beard
You
off.
cold snacks when you had.
I noticed it was thinner.
Damn, dog.
You get tired of it, man.
Dude, 20 years younger.
Damn, are you serious?
Oh.
My camera right now. There it goes. Yeah, dude. I noticed when it came in. I was like, yeah, he looks definitely younger, less cavemanish.
Yeah. It's like my beard grows weird. It grows down this side and up this side, and it like starts hanging out the side all scraggly, and it gets annoying. I've
I
tried
have
to
this-
train it to bring it down, and just don't do it. Give
Yeah.
up.
Well, I've got this theory
Yeah,
after seeing that cut you've got that what you do is you find a guard that you like the length for your hair and your beard, and you just cut the whole thing. One length.
Just like one length. The whole
No.
thing.
Yeah, everything.
I'm not going bowl cut all the way up the top. Like I'm not.
Do
I'm not
the
gonna. I'm not
Amish
gonna
thing, man.
go
Do the
all the
reverse
way
bowl
down.
cut, dude.
Do the Amish
Reverse?
cut the mustache off.
Cut the. Oh my god, dude. Andy does that.
Just the beard, the neck beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy does that.
I mean, I love him,
Yeah.
but he can't grow a beard.
They used
Where
to be
is
like,
Andy?
I could grow one.
I think he has some family going on. Casey can't grow it on the side of his cheeks there. You can see.
Bro, what are you talking about? Look at that.
I can see your-
He'll
I
get
can
there.
grow it. I can grow it everywhere but the top of my head. So
yeah, right. It moved down thicker.
yeah.
I guess I got the curse of hair.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, figured out fucking out tonight. Yeah, we're down Andy. Drew will be chilling tonight. Drew will talk with some car audio. I think Jake's got something cool to show off. I think we got a new build going. I'm looking at new builds, and I thought I might talk about you guys' input on it because there's a plethora of vehicles in the price range I was looking at. We probably got a few things.
Was it?
So that is literally. Does that still have a Ferrite slug on it? No, that's not the.
This is the Dayton audio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Epic.
I want to say that's Epic, maybe.
Epic way.
Yeah, that's what they call it, the Epic.
The epic tweet.
But
Yeah.
I won this. I didn't just pick this up. I won this off Chris's raffle.
That's
Sweet.
But I didn't just win this. I got the matching passive radiator
Oh wow! Yeah,
Wow.
you're talking about the radiator.
with the weights.
That's pretty.
Now what are you
sick
gonna do with
stuff.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, what are you
exactly.
gonna do?
Under the desk.
There you go.
That's gonna be a
Probably
lot.
gonna do a fourth or something like a sixth with the passive radiator. I think it'd be dope.
And
Something
so when you
crazy,
use,
something cool.
When you use the passive in a sixth, I mean the tuning is the same. You're just using weights on the passive driver as the tuning.
Yeah, you're just weighing this down to change the tuning. Obviously,
Can you
box volume.
Sure, they go in.
What now? Yeah.
You have the mounts there. They just throw it on the back.
Yeah, these are just
That's basically
literally just washers, like
Washers.
heavy washers.
Yeah. Washers and a wing nut, and
Yeah, washers and a wing nut.
Didn't even realize
That's what
that.
they used to call Jake in high school.
Yeah, dude, washers and a wing nut, bro. Y'all are savage for that. That's pretty good. Casey over here.
It's gonna be funny, that
Wait,
if
did you go
buy
to my
from
high
Dayton-
school?
Yeah.
If you buy from Dayton and then they're just 30-cent washers and a wing nut or 10-cent washer or whatever. If you buy from like Cicada or something like that, it's gonna be like $1,000 for the fucking weight hardware for the passive driver.
I just
weird.
realized it says living loud on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Uh
Pretty sick, dude.
Jake, how does port area translate on passive radiators?
oh. Yes. If you want me to be exact, I've really never dove into passive radiators too heavy. That's why I'm excited about this. In
It
my
looks like just
experience,
a
I like
sub
ports.
without a former and a coil. And then
The spiders are the same. That's the first thing I looked at.
just the same.
Spiders
sub.
the same with no stitching.
Now, I'm sure they probably get some benefit of having I don't know if it'd be compliance or what, of having like the stiffness of the spiders of the the radiator and the subwoofer motor being close tolerances of each other. I'm sure there's probably some benefit of having them be similar to each other. Because yeah, think about it. If it was like a way softer spider than the subwoofer, it'd be like a floppy butthole.
I'm sorry, I'm thrown off by what Andy just said.
Yeah, look
Uh,
we'll do
You'll
it
get
again,
there one
too.
day, Andy. You'll get there.
Andy, I heard Andy takes that keep stuff not for hair loss. He's just hoping it would grow on his face or better that way.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I love him now.
You're
You know,
horrible
Dayton's
for
only
that.
like 35 minutes away from me.
Oh,
Are
really?
they really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I've actually
can-
never played with. I want to do some Dayton home cabinets like that. And I know they sell like the designs too for the cabinets and all that stuff. With you can buy the whole kits pretty much. Because I don't know, I've got some old Silver Mega like 12-inch cabinets in my living room. They're cool and all, but it's like I want something newer and better. Because it's just like car audio. Like my old 12-inch cabinets, yeah, they sound great. They're huge and they take up a crap load of space. Like something with modern drivers like Jake's got or something like that, you could make a much smaller, better sounding speaker.
Yeah, I need to get my record player from over there.
It's fine.
These are only like $200 RMS, so I'm hoping I can just buy a plate amp that has a sub output, crossovers and everything. Just plug right in the wall, and then I'm gonna do a front stage. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna run. I'm really in love with my horns, but I'm not gonna put that in my house.
Yeah.
So I gotta.
They're so
I got-
expensive, too, yeah.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
I was like, maybe I'll just throw a set of horns in the Lexus. You know, I got 2 open.
Did you look it up?
And Jake's like, oh yeah, they're only like fucking $800. I'm like,
Yeah,
There used to be a place over in Dayton called Mendelssohn's, and it was a 3-story factory where the guy had been, just for years bought out any type of audio shops, whatever. So it was, you could literally walk around this factory for hours, and then it was pallets and boxes of everything, switches, all that stuff. And Parts Express was down in the bottom of it. But I walked over to one of those big crates, like those factory manufacturing crates, just full of horns, just stuffed in there. I don't know, they were image dynamic horns or what, passive radiators.
that's crazy.
Oh, it was so cool. You could spend hours in there, and they had everything. I would buy wire in bulk. I'd just pull it out of a bin just as much as I could for $1 a foot or something like that.
And then just like fair with it too. They're like, oh, yeah, that's 10 feet. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they just gotta be like, I don't know, $25. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I mean, that's cool though. For sure. I had a brain for it there. For
that's
a
how I
second.
do it, Scott. So I go over there and I like grab stuff I need, and he's like, I'll be like, all right, invoice me, and then I'll leave, and he just forgets,
Yeah, like,
and I just never bring it up again.
That's the trick.
oh yeah.
I still never paid for my Sparked Innovations charger.
Oh, I know you owe us for it. I'm not. I was like,
I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot. Huh.
I forgot about that until literally today. And I'm like, oh shit, did I ever pay for this?
I was sending Casey some cars earlier though.
Yeah, I did
I'm gonna
wire
get
the
something I
TV.
can do. A newer vehicle that I could take and do a smaller base building or something like that. I say smaller to begin with, but we know how that would go. Looking at a few vehicles, I might pull them up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to stay that way. I'm not coming out of pocket. I kind of want to stay in the value range of my turd box that's getting totaled out.
Dude,
And,
the Element is the best option.
They're totaling the thing.
Yeah. Okay. So it needs a new quarter panel. They wrote it up for a quarter panel. They literally told me on the phone. They're like, if the corner panel needs to be removed, that car is totaled. I'm like, like I get what you're saying.
But you can buy it right back.
Yeah, but it takes
True.
like fucking 90 days in the state of Georgia to get all that paperwork submitted and taken done. Oh wow, 2 of the cars I sent Casey are gone off there already.
Uh-oh.
It shouldn't be that bad to buy it back.
Is the Element gone?
It's gonna be cheap as
Oh, that
shit,
was
dude.
there. Yeah, I know. I can probably get the car for like $400, but I got to get it fixed and re-inspected with the state of Georgia.
How bad is it?
It's all the way to the crash bar in the rear quarter panel. It hit the
Yeah,
crash
it's not
bar.
great.
You got a picture of it? Post it up. I ain't even seen it apparently.
Let's see. But it hit the crash bar all the way behind that's right behind the driver B pillar. Sorry. Let's see. Boom, boom,
I was
boom.
under the impression it was just a fender bender. I didn't know it was like a.
Oh yeah, no, I got the car moved 3 feet.
My car's still in better shape than half my shit boxes.
Mine too.
Probably.
Same. Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
Damn.
Oh, dude, that's not even that bad.
I mean, if you right here,
wheels
if you
cambered
see
in
the
and
mountain
shit.
there, that's the crash
Is
bar.
Is the wheel all cambered in and shit?
The wheel is cambered in, yeah. And then once you hit this bar that's in your B pillar right there, that's actually considered structural damage. Then they have to pull it out and they have to take it and do it. So like it has to be all this cut out and replaced because it hit the crash zone.
It's time to hit up Clanton. Hey, buddy.
Well, I mean, yeah, I can get it fixed. I'm not worried about getting it fixed. I'm worried about the freaking. I don't know.
Lay in the back seat and just donkey kick it.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right. Pull up the element, dude. Let's see it.
Okay, cool. I already got it pulled up.
Yes.
Look, don't do a small subcompact build
Dude,
if you want to be loud.
Car, dude. Look at this thing.
Ooh.
The best color, the best gear.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. No, I'm going ooh as an ooh.
No.
Ooh, I think it's sick.
Dude, elements are the best, bro.
Ah.
Look at that thing.
I wanted one of these so fucking bad when it was brand new.
It's shaped right for a build.
It's the utility of it. It didn't
But-
even have to be a build. He can
It's a
deliver
work truck,
parts,
dude.
good gas mileage.
And then there's also in the city of Atlanta a plethora of like 07 to 09 Suburbans for that price.
And they
Yeah.
all have DOD failure guaranteed. Dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
The
you just put some thicker oil in it and put a tuner on it. What do you do? Done.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
translated it to English and it says that it's got recent service on it, okay? I mean, it's
Man, my
good.
dude,
Look,
that's definitely, that does not look like an LTZ because of the wheels, though. Those are not LTZ wheels by any
I don't think
means.
it's LTZ wheels yet. Oh, it's listed as LTZ. Damn.
Yeah.
What a ripoff.
just place them on demand. Just get rid of the 020. Put in
I'm
some
already
1030
I know all
tuner.
that.
Done.
Yeah. Scott actually told me to delete mine. I was like, oh, it'll be okay. It's a one-owner truck, you know. It's got
No.
every service record. Literally,
Yeah, I forgot that I was the one that brought it to your
No.
house.
lifter.
Something about a collapsible lifter just collapsing
Oh, God,
thousands
they
of
all
times a
collapse.
second.
Even the
He's
new
like,
ones.
yeah, I'll just turn it
They're
off.
pieces
I'm
of
like, yeah,
shit,
that's
dude.
a Band-Aid for not long.
Why do we even drive Chevys anymore at this point?
I don't know. Probably because, they keep going.
It's
Yeah.
true, but until
I could buy the same car I have, but a SI for the
oh, dude, 8th gen SI, yes. Yes.
It's been hit in the front end 1,000% though. He's for
Fuck
sure.
it. Let's go, dude. Let's
You
go.
know, behind that's gonna have some hammered.
I
back
want to
out
get
rig.
something I can do a loud budget build in. Shows me a
Take it
car.
straight to Haas and be like, look how good this window
I
tint
didn't
is.
say. I never said loud budget build.
He just needs it daily, dude.
But look at a Honda CRV, dude. Not too
Yeah,
bad.
but I don't want to have to find a first gen manual, man. These first gen manuals are hard.
You don't have to get it manual.
They make
The
everyone-
automatic that I had in mind literally got 240,000 miles before it kicked the bucket.
What is a fucking $5,000 CRV gonna have miles on it now? Jay?
It's
That's
like
weird.
$1,500. I just want you to know.
Look,
you didn't even
look,
fix yours, Jake.
man, just buy you a Crown Vic.
There you go.
All
There
you
you
gotta
go.
do, just buy
No.
you a Crown Vic.
I'm not even a Ford guy, and I support this.
There's
Yeah.
nothing left. Latest McFarland bought them all. He's got hundreds on his property.
Yeah,
Hundreds.
we're past that era of
Look.
them being remotely drivable.
Go look at like 2000 to 2003 CRVs. I'm telling you, they're not that bad. They're not expensive to fix.
You get a
I
case
just
of your
did-
CRV.
I'm buying
didn't
a car
wanna
for
do
the
it.
Value of the Civic.
C6.
I've already had a C6.
Been there, done that. Got the
Been there,
t-shirt.
got
bro.
it.
Yeah, no. At least we got one t-shirt, right,
I had
Scott?
in 1 year.
Bubba
Speaking
says
of
real
t-shirts,
talk. None of you guys do budget stuff. Let's be real.
Do what now?
Bubba said, bro, real talk. None of you guys do budget stuff.
Oh, valid. I mean, whose terms of budget though?
A budget's whatever you decide to spend on it. It can be $10,000. It can be $35.
I'll give you
Budget.
an example. This computer build started out as I want to do a $750 budget build. Then I wasn't happy with it till it was $2,000.
Heard that, brother.
That
Yeah.
was 2016.
Son of a
Oh.
bitch. It always happens that way, too.
It's NA car though. I was like, man, what is the chances? This is a turbo car. It's not.
Do not, dude.
Oh, it's spray painted. Oh,
I do like the Eclipses though,
They were
this
cool
is
like
a
10
thing
years
now.
ago.
and the
The
Talons.
front picture got me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't see that. No,
I saw a
have
super
it.
clean 3000 GT the other day.
I know where one's at right now, but the guy won't sell it.
Oh, what about your old Integra, the DC, the red one?
I think he's finally sold it. And
Oh,
it was
that's
like he had it, and it was like his
You
like
need a
water-
Suzuki Sidekick.
No,
Yeah, that's-
I almost had a sidekick that had
A Geo
Toyota
tracker.
4Runner axle under it.
A Geo tracker.
Festiva, dude.
I wanted a tracker or a sidekick for a long time.
Or Concourse wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Concourse. Nah, if I was
Or
going to
you
go that
could
route,
just
I'd get an
You can't
old
find
four-drive.
them nowhere though.
Yeah,
You have
if we're
3
going,
cars. Well, the Civic's
I
gone.
waited too long. It's now a slushy.
You got the
No.
79 you can fix. You got the.
well, again, I'm not
show.
going to. I'm talking about a fucking cheaper daily that I can drive and put miles on and not fucking worry about.
The show.
Yeah, I'm going to sell it. I think I'm going to sell the show.
What?
What? Y'all heard it here first, folks.
I think I'm going to do it. Just someone offer me good money on it because I've only drove it home. The Mustang checks all the same cool check boxes for me that the show does, and
It doesn't check the front wheel drive box. I can promise you that one.
it does not check the front wheel drive box.
That's also true.
But I can sell the show and it literally pays for the whole entire LS swap and then some.
I feel like a bitch drinking this through a straw, but
And a
it's a
fork.
slushy now.
Dude, I can put a straw in this and we can shotgun these things.
If I wanted to drive one truck for the rest of my life,
balls.
I would just pick up this Ford fucking Ranger.
I will if you will.
Why is it being so low? Oh, come on.
Hey, you want to know why Rangers are now so expensive?
Because they're Ford.
Because they're
fucking
getting totaled out at every fucking Danger Ranger 9000.
Mm.
Dude, have you seen those races, bro? They
Yeah.
they literally like flip the shit out of these things.
Dude, they're
There's
so
still a
fucking.
humdinger in the
They're
back.
so
Come to
bad
the
at those
Fox Racers,
races.
dude. I'm proud of my Cub Scout.
Yeah.
Sick.
I love it.
Dude.
I do like the new Mavericks,
With
but
the
you
manual.
can't find them.
Bro, it's a manual.
I ain't
And it's
no
got
stranger. It's a Ford
luxury
fucking
seat covers.
Ranger.
Is that a full Ranger?
Bro. I wonder
You
how
could
many
just get-
fat girls can do.
You can get an LS 400, 100% dude.
I just- It's
Yeah.
red. It's red. It's 5-speed, and it literally in my head just I go straight to that Whistle and Diesel video.
It's the Red Rocket.
This thing will handle everything you
Dude,
can
I'm
throw
thinking
at
of
it.
that.
I
Did
was
you see
Have
the new
you
one?
seen that video?
Did you see the
When I look at
G-Wagon
this
durability
picture,
3?
I imagine Creed at full fucking volume.
Yes.
just putting shit out of one tire. One
It was
tire.
great.
fire. Fucking blister.
They
Bro,
like
I bet-
filled it with fucking concrete.
Oh yeah, dude, it was great. Dude, I bet money that you could hold that thing to the fucking floor
I know I
for
can.
like 10 minutes if it's a the 2.3 engine.
You know
Like
what?
10 minutes on the limiter, and I'm talking just center
That's
block
why
on the
I
gas
was
in
Fucking
neutral,
the
just bop 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 bop.
Yeah, that's why I was confident in the '79 Mustang that it would run, is because it's got a late model like '88 Ranger 2.3 in it with the carb intake slapback on it. So it's got like the late model 2.3 in it.
Dude, you could get a GX 470 Lex. Yes.
Good.
That would be fucking sick, dude. I would trade
Hey,
one
let's
right now
drop
for a
one line.
470.
My buddy had a Ranger. He had a cap on the back. We took the back window out and done a clamshell wall on the back of his truck, firing through the back window.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that, an old school build where you did a snug top and a freaking take the black window out.
Yep. There's an accordion boot in there and fire it right through the back window.
There's
I
always
love
one-
blow-throughs.
That's all I'm saying.
Why
Scott.
don't anybody do clamshell boxes anymore, Jake?
Because nobody
they're
wants to
not.
load the subs on the top.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can't get the screws in the bottom of the clamshells when they're like this.
You need a removable top panel.
Yeah,
so you
you're
can
like,
load it
I
on
never
the
even
top.
thought about that, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
Who wants to put a big sub up above their head and go, screw it in, screw it in, I'm losing it, and then all the way at the back when they're laying on the other subs, they're like, come on,
You load back to front. You load up, front, back to front.
nah, you wouldn't load any of the bottom one. You just go top,
Go for
boop,
clamshell,
boop, boop, and
front
then
end. We're talking about clamshell boxes.
And then
Yeah,
the
well,
subs,
luckily,
the
though, they were
magnets are
only
so
like-
big.
So I was
The
saying,
magnets are so
luckily they're
big
only
nowadays.
down
They'd be
magnets.
hitting the box, man. Back in the day, we didn't. I could take a grinder and knock out a little bit of the bottom of the box. Nowadays, the woofers are a foot deep.
I heard Jake knows a lot about Grinder.
Yeah.
nah, I'm not on that. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's on
He got
Bumble.
caught. He got fucking caught with that.
If anybody's on Grinder, I'm gonna have to lean towards Scooty Boy over here.
Oh yeah, I be grinding, dog. I'm a fucking skater, dude. But no,
What you said-
I
what
never
y'all
even thought about that in the
dude?
clamshell though. You think with a modern drill or whatever, you're just fucked.
Yeah, that will make sense for big subs nowadays.
Yeah, well, back in the day, you could hold a sub in with 4 drywall screws, and it didn't move enough or away enough to break them.
Or just do a bunch of budget subs in there.
Is
I mean,
that why you tried to screw the braces I gave you in with drywall screws?
Yeah, no, those were like construction screws. Where'd you go? I need a head unit for the Ranger. I think Casey got a couple of radios trying to unload.
Got Pioneer, Kenwood, Sony.
Dude, there's one sitting at the house that's yours, Todd. Come pick it up.
When did Todd get a Ranger?
He just bought one.
Yeah, I mean, he was talking about the other day he's going to buy 4.
Do you still have the Accord?
He needs a head unit for it, but I just want you to know he wants to enter it in the Danger Ranger 9000. It needs to be as lightweight as possible.
That's like John Robbie right now, that fucking Sky High. He's doing he bought a clean ass, like 88 Ranger extended cab, manual V6 truck, clean. And they're like using it for like the cab or something like that. And the rest of the trucks, because they're doing like a center seat fucking off-road rig or whatever out of it. I'm like, dude, I was like, that truck is too fucking nice, dude, to butcher it just to fucking take the cab off of it. He's like, you want to buy it? I'm like, no, not really. Kill it, dude. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
No, not really. Kill it, dude. I don't care.
yeah. But I mean, inside, there's some sentimental ties. Like, I'm like, when am I ever going to get the chance to buy another clean ass, fucking 88? That's how I always say to myself, when am I going to get the chance to buy one of these ever again?
Right now.
Bro, if I lived my life by that motto, I would have way too much bullshit that I never needed.
That's how I ended up with a whole main floor of my house full of Rockford power amplifiers a couple years ago.
I did that with fucking RC cars, dude. It's like, oh yeah, I can.
A fucking spider. You know you can turn me up and down in Discord, Baba.
What are y'all sipping on? Jake's got the Twisted.
140. I have a
One's got
knockoff.
the styrofoam.
Knockoff
What is
power.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay.
Ordered
I
my
don't have shit. I have a
6 aiming for
Sprite I
140
picked up at
DD
lunchtime.
2 6.5. And what kind of vehicle is it, man? This he just got a Trinity 3K too, but I don't know what kind of vehicle it is. Well, 140, it shouldn't be that hard. 2 6.5. So we're in a crazy time now right now. What do you think about that? I know I talk about oftenly with 8s, but man, even 6.5s now are getting to where they're insane output for the size of the driver. Especially excursion, you can get on 6.5s now. Where'd it go?
Bobby's 8s look nice.
They look nice.
Nice.
They look nice.
I can't talk tonight, man.
I like the shield baskets.
Yeah.
Just wait till I ship you what I'm shipping you, Mullen. I haven't had time to do it, but just wait. There's gonna be more than you bargained for in
the
this.
shed done.
He's like shipping you stuff, Mullen. We can't even get a T-shirt or a hat.
Look at this.
I haven't ordered any fucking t-shirts or hats. Let's be
I had to
real.
bribe him. It was just I had to bribe him. That was all.
Damn.
6.5 inch stuff.
Yeah, that's gnarly looking.
They'll be here this next
Well,
week.
see, now you could do a clamshell with those.
You could do a clamshell with those.
The only thing I don't like about
They're
the
always really
sixes
good,
is
though.
like there's so much surface area and like you can like literally deal with bad like corner load issues.
I don't
You
know.
can end up with one corner that
Steve
massive.
Barber's,
It's
they're
harder.
doing the all the 6.5s in Steve Barber's truck.
Oh, that's is it 8s or 6.5s?
I think it's 6.5s.
6.5.
Is it? I thought it was 8s, but
No, there's a new.
no,
there's
it
a
can't
new
be 8s
Olympic-
because he's going
12s.
12s. That's right. I seen the squares he had cut. Yeah,
Look at
those
that
are-
motherfucker, dude. You put it for like 2
I just want y'all to know that the basket, like if you go back to that photo you just showed,
Uh-huh.
go back one.
I'm pulling it.
I just want you to look at the holes right there that hold it down. Like, is that the hole pattern for the new kicker sub that's not out yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be.
Oh, gotta be.
Yeah, he's just using them as drop-ins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I do like the idea. What's his name? Jake. The guy that does Sundown. Switching his baskets over to the Pride style baskets, I call them,
Where
with the triple
oversized-
screws in the corners.
Yeah. Dude, I
I like
spent
that.
a lot of when I had the Pride subs. I spent so much money just in screws.
Yeah, I like those. I like them when they got the flanges where you can get to the screws instead
Like
of trying
these?
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
There's a lot more in a Pride sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fun fact: they have to be using the same company for kicker to do these recones because it literally looks identical. It goes in the exact same way.
It has a ring.
Huh? No.
It has a trim ring?
Hold up. Yeah, it's just sitting over here. Oh, the top is exactly the same and everything.
Wow.
Those are pretty cool little subs, dude. I like the XTR stuff.
I don't like the XTR Pros. I'm not gonna lie. My least
Not that
favorite
bad.
sub ever. The XTR Pros are just like really sloppy.
That's one brand I never had a lot of experience with was Orion stuff back in the day. I had a whole shitload of Rockford. I had kicker stuff, and I mean that's really about the extent of my early experience and Lightning Audio. But even like used locally, I mean Casey, I don't think we see now. Obviously, we can get new Orions if we want it, but I don't feel like we saw a lot of Orion market share here in the Southeast in the fucking, especially in the when we got into car audio, much less used. Like used.
I was
market.
running Orion stuff, dude.
Really?
Yeah, in the GTI.
Yeah,
Before I
well,
hit
that's
the-
another road. But I mean, the shop you worked at though sold it though.
Yeah, a couple of them.
God, hear
But
me
they
out.
kinda fell off. I think what was the owner trying to get his son into like F1 or something? He like spent a bunch of money and like embezzled a bunch of money and shit.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
All right, so hear me out, Scott.
Mhm.
Oh, are you talking about the owner of Orion?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He started a 9mm.
What?
Okay. When was
Last
it?
weekend.
Recently? Oh, last weekend.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Swear to God.
Didn't even
No
hear
way.
anything about
That's a way to
As-
put it, Jake. Jesus.
that. Yeah.
Well, I'm bad about relaying stuff. It's not all messed up. So it's a pretty bad way to put it, I guess.
Yeah. You
But
think
yeah,
what
but yeah, that's what happened.
You think?
The thing that's crazy to me, speaking about Orion though, is you wouldn't believe the amount of people in the audio industry today that, especially brands and stuff too, that got tooling and parts and stuff from Orion when they closed out, and it kickstarted a whole lot of companies in car audio.
Yeah, dude. China just like completely copied a lot of their shit too. You can find on Alibaba, like you can get a fake HCCA that looks
Oh yeah,
exactly.
totally fake HCA. Yeah.
It looks
It's
exactly
not even
like.
fake, man. It's from the same factory. It's built to the exact same standards and everything,
Who
dude.
knows?
It is.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, so like I know a few people that bought tooling. I know a couple of guys like Jonathan Demuth and like the Eat Sleep Base Repeat, the Extremo guy. He worked at Orion, has a bunch of the tooling stuff, and it's crazy to see how it went out. And a lot of it even went to Georgia. T3 Audio from my understanding, had a bunch of Orion tooling and stuff. It's pretty nuts.
Orion must have had a ton of shit just in reserve and back order.
Are you talking about Orion did?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I believe they did. I wish I could have been there for the Orion buyout. I wish I could have been there for the ADS buyout when the ADS got bought out and sold all their shit. But I mean that was in the 90s.
Was Orion on the West Coast or were they?
I don't know.
We need to get James on here so he can tell us all about the history of Orion.
We had no Orion around here. It was all Rockford around my area. No Orion, no kicker either. Of course, I live out of Sticks.
Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because it was Fosgate and Rockford and Orion, and weren't they down the street from each other? Have we heard the story? Who the fuck told the story? They'd go to car shows and they try to one up each other at car shows. Oh
yeah, you're right. Was it Kip?
And maybe it was.
I think it was
somebody was telling that story. And I don't remember who it was.
But
Is
yeah,
that guy still around? Is that guy Kip still around?
Kip Litzy, yeah, he's around. He's back at kicker now too, or back working on
that. What happened there?
Not for the show. No, but the
show.
But going back to it though, I'm trying to find the right video I was looking for. But you got you a new fucking shed on.
Yeah, it's empty right now, obviously, but
oh, you're in it right now. Holy shit, dude!
Yeah,
wow, dude.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's getting there. I put a ceiling fan up. Got to do the beam up there. Carpet's coming probably next week, and then I just ordered my mini split a couple hours ago, so the mini split will be here. and then I'll have heat and air in here, and then I can start just loading this place up full of crap.
Sick.
And it's gonna be like your man cave.
It's gonna be my I gotta call it my office for tax purposes. But yes, it is gonna be my man cave, office, YouTube area.
Hell yeah, that's me.
It's just gonna be one hell of an office, is what it's gonna be.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
Looks
I
like
gotta
you
run
run
it.
it often there.
Yeah, I gotta run an Ethernet cable out here. That's something else I gotta do too.
That shouldn't be too bad.
It's about a 70-foot run.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Yeah.
how are you? You got power line going out there, didn't you, or not? Or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The shed has 100 amp service. So the guy came in and took the power off my garage and split it into 200 amp service, and then split 100 amp here and 100 amp for the garage. And then I got these two plugs right here in the wall. Both of those have dedicated 20 amp breakers per plugs, because this is where all the amps and TVs and all that stuff is going to go. And then
That's enough to plug a sub into.
yeah. We could launch some.
Straight.
Yeah, we could send some subs to hell in here.
Yeah.
But
dude.
I wish I was going to save it
yeah.
Dave. I'm not going to see him this year. I'm definitely going to try and go next year. But yeah, no, that should be sick. Yeah, if I was going to do it though, I would fucking run. If I was going to run a cable out to it, run that fucker all the way to your actual modem though. Like I wouldn't do it off a split or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm going to. We got Google Nest in the house, and it's only got one output for the Google Nest off the Ethernet. So I just come in today. I got a splitter, like an eight prong splitter for it, Netgear splitter, and then I'm gonna drill a hole through the house and come out next to the deck, and then I got a tunnel under the driveway and all that bullshit, and then I'm gonna come out right next to my desk here, and then straight into the modem.
Sick.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I'll have be able to do what I'm doing out here now, just on a better level.
Oh,
give
sure.
me a mic, give me a camera. I mean, you guys are on my phone right now, so
Hell yeah. It's looking pretty good for your phone.
it's
You
not
guys
too
about to
bad.
slide up in this thing.
You put AC in that joint or what?
Yeah, the mini split does heat and air,
Oh,
Sick.
sick.
so I can.
Is it like an all-in-one like
It's gonna
wall
cost you
thing,
like
or is it-
$37 a month
Yeah,
to heat and cool that
I
thing.
hope so, dude. After that $2,000 I spent in spray and installation. So
I thought you
yeah,
knew the guy. What the hell?
yeah, I do know the guy. Some of
What's
that was
going
the
on,
Dirt's
fellas?
demos, though.
What's that?
This
This
looking guy. I mean, true though.
Yeah.
actual box guy.
You got not the box guy and the actual box guy.
The CNC operator and the box guy.
It's coming along. A couple more weeks, I'll be ready.
All right,
Hell yeah,
what's
that'd be
going on
sick.
here, everybody in here?
Yeah, I'm excited to see that come together, man. But now going back to it, CJ, what's going on, anybody? What's going on, man? I don't know if
You can't hear anybody in here yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You'll
he's like,
figure it out.
I pulled
It's
him in.
probably
He
his
doesn't-
audio output on his PC.
It looks like he doesn't
Yeah, I
even
got
know
it.
he's in here. There you go.
There you go. I'm muting you in here. I'll turn you down. There you go.
This is
Y'all should ask him how
just-
how it is working with me. Yeah, I want an
CJ, how was it
unedited
like on all of Dave's
answer.
work?
Well,
And your alarm clock.
you
he
know,
is your alarm clock. literally.
Jesus Christ, you guys are gonna be brutal
look,
with it.
you know, I mean, in reality of it, it's a lot of work, really. It's like actually having a job and being a babysitter all enrolled into one.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn.
And a sponsor.
And an alarm clock.
Well, I don't know about sponsor because all
DNA
it
was
takes is one bad cut on a piece of wood, and I'm going in there to grab a twisted tea just as quick as him at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I mean,
Wow.
It's accurate. That is accurate, bro. We have set the CNC up, started it, and as soon as it starts, break a bit. Damn it. Okay, no big deal. New bit. Maybe that was on his way out. Maybe it was dull. Hell with it. Maybe that spot on the wood was hard or something. Hit cut. Yeah. Another one. So they just went $80 worth of bits, and I'm like, fuck, man, I could have drank that over the weekend. Instead, I'm having to buy $80 worth of bits again.
or we managed to make it through the CNC machine and get it over there to assembly, start
Oh,
putting it
God.
together, and everything
the
is
bit
cut
done narrowed.
exactly. Yeah, everything's cut exactly right, but the bits got narrow and nothing fits.
As it wears out, it shrinks in size, and the
And
amperage goes up on the VFD.
and we're
So you
hammering
can
these
see
boxes
when it's on its
together
way
and
out, but
splitting the boxes, and we're like, you know what? This feels like time to start drinking.
Oh wow.
we literally cut a box twice in a row to make it fit perfect. I thought I had the offset right and everything. Ruined 2 boxes. That was a sheet and a half of wood. Was really pressed.
Yeah.
And then I just threw them out in the front yard in the rain, half assembled, and I was like, "Fuck those things! They're going to the trash." Yeah, it bees like that sometimes.
I heard Bobby talking about how it's always like gut wrenching, how like a big, crazy expensive piece of acrylic on the CNC, and then he's like, I'm gonna hit go and just pray that the fucking bit doesn't just bury itself in that acrylic.
Yep. You can ask CJ about that. We've experienced that.
Yeah, you got a 3/4 inch sheet of acrylic that costs $600, and first cut it decides it's just going to cut straight across the piece of acrylic, not even raise itself up, and you're
I
like,
can go get that piece.
I think that's just like all of like the cutting machine period. Like even down to, like I have a bigger vinyl plotter, and like the first actual huge decal I tried cutting with it, it cut the whole entire decal correct. But when it went to go back to what's called home, where it puts the decal all the way back to the thing out, it
Right
drove
across
it
it.
diagonally all
that
the way
piece
across
that
the
Jake
fucking
is talking
decal,
about,
start to
that
finish.
is exactly what it did. It made the entire cut, got everything perfect. We're looking
then,
at it going, yeah, it looks great. And it goes right across the center of it.
All the way across it. I had already done it, but here's the thing. We had already done the mill in for it and everything, and it looked perfect. I had already changed 3 bits, did a V-cut bit, did a roughing cut, then a V-cut, and then did another pass with a V-cut, then swapped back to the acrylic O-flute, and then it was cutting perfect, man. It was, oh, man, I was like, dude, this is about the best it's ever been.
The only one that was better than that.
Right across the thing on the way home.
The only one that was better than that was just you know what, screw this kind of moment, was when we were cutting the aluminum for the stunt wall, and it cuts everything perfect. All the V-bit work's done. It looks great. We've got it machined down. It looks like a beautiful piece of machined aluminum. It goes to cut out around, what was it, the E?
Kicks the thing off.
Yeah, it kicks the whole center out of the E, and we're like, really?
Oh wow.
Be all right.
Put
Buff.
it back on.
I CA glued it because the whole thing, the acrylic CA glued to the, and then CA glued to the aluminum, and then I milled through the aluminum down to the acrylic. So I literally CA glued it, and then I took the machine and went to 0, and then went 10,000ths below, and then redid the entire pass, which took another 2 hours, just to make it look good.
Oh no, I was actually talking about the first piece of aluminum that's.
Oh yeah, that thing. Oh dude, I was ready to throw hands.
I'll be right back.
You have no idea. That first one, I was ready to throw hands.
Jeez. So tell us about the alarm clock feature.
It's actually it works pretty decent. The wife could do the same function. She just forgets to call me in the mornings.
Oh, she don't forget to call you. I talk to her in the mornings.
Oh, do you? Y'all show up at the same fucking time.
Yeah. She is definitely like, you know what? If he can't get his ass up, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, well, I want to get paid today, so I'm going to go get him up.
Usually, it's just, hey, I'm on my way. It's like, oh, God damn it. All right, I'm up.
Yeah.
It's
Usually
like,
it's
me up at 9:30.
Usually it's all right. Give me like 10 more minutes.
Just call
No,
me
when it's a rough night and I didn't go to bed, it's usually like, you know what? Just clean the shop for like an hour and call me back.
Damn, I'm up at
Then my
5:30
kids
every
get
morning.
themselves suspended from school, and I make them come clean the shop, so I ain't got to do it.
Yeah, that worked today.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked until Connor showed up.
Yeah, Scott was doing much better than Connor was.
Yep.
Jesus
That's
Christ, dude.
See, you got to listen to this stuff because children are free labor until they hit about
Oh, it's not free
16,
labor.
17 years
It's
old.
not free. They're not
Oh,
ignorant.
no, they're expensive as fuck. I mean, come on now, but
No.
I could go hire
They're
them.
like, how much are you going to pay me to do it?
I don't know shit. I don't pay
No,
my shit.
I'm
I
not
just
even
don't know what
talking
to do.
about that. I'm talking about the fact that you got to raise them for 18 years.
Well, yeah, they expensive.
They become the most expensive labor I've ever paid for.
Yeah. Yeah. I got one, and that's like, shit, I could have bought.
I got 2. I got a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old.
You
I'll tell you the funniest one.
For that?
I'll tell you the funniest instance of CJ in the shop. His kid gets in trouble. CJ brings him back over. He's like, he ain't going home. He's going to hop on the PC. If he does, he's going to fucking sit here in the heat with us and work. And then CJ goes, hey, cut this shape out, draws a damn paddle, has the kid cut it out, has the kid do the roundovers on it. He goes, I wouldn't want any sharp edges. If you're going to get your ass beat with this thing, you want it to be at least be smooth. Has him do the whole thing, and he's like really pressed that he's going to hit him with it. And then when he's done, he threw it in the back of the truck and said, make another.
I'm being straight up though. This was like, and obviously it's the '90s, a different time. I remember going to my dad's shop after school, and he was literally, they were doing, it was like late '90s, or early 2000s. They were doing like a built-in box in the back of this trunk, but it had an acrylic face on it, and they had just got done ripping a piece of acrylic on the saw to cut off like an inch and a half thick piece off of it to go as the face piece of the box. Yeah. And like I had just picked the perfect time to tell my dad. I got like a note in my agenda from the teacher for like talking in class, like as soon as he finished fucking cutting that motherfucker. That's what I got my ass whooped with. But no, going back to the free labor thing is funny. Going back, like my dad, like, don't pay shit. I would get suckered all the time. So like my dad came home one day, he was like, hey man, you want to go four-wheeling? And I'm like, you damn right I want to go four-wheeling, because he just like bought a Dodge Dakota new with four-wheel drive, like big 35 and stuff on it. I thought we were going to go fuck off. So I'm thinking like, yeah, we're going to go play in the woods or something like that. Little did I know I'm getting drugged to it like a work day at the fucking at the hunting property to like cut up and dig ditches and shit like that. The most four-wheeling we did was hook a chain to a log and drag it. And I was like, this is great.
Hey man, it's hard work, but you got to do it.
I think the best one that got pulled over on me was when I was 15. My dad was like, "Hey, I got this car. It's a pretty nice car. It's nothing fancy. If you come down to the shop and work this summer, the car's yours. I'll give you the transmission. It needs a transmission. I'll give you the transmission for it. We'll put it in while you're down there. You come work." I literally worked from the day I got out of school, 8 a.m. in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening, all summer, to get this car for free. Worked the whole summer for free, essentially, other than paying for the car. And then when I turned 18 and got rid of that car and got my next car, my dad's like, it's cool. I only paid $50 for the car anyway. I was like, I'm doing the math, and I'm like, that's like 70 cents an hour. Hold up.
Yeah, that's like
God damn, that's messed up, dude.
Dude, yeah, CJ is actually an intern at STK Enclosures. He's donating time for fucking his probation. Somehow he got.
Y'all are horrible.
Jake told him he had to put on a collar shirt for this too. He's like, yeah, it's got to be formal.
No, that was my choice because it was a wife beater before this, and I didn't figure that put out the right.
No, man, bro, dude. So Chris had never shot a gun before, and I'm like astonished. I'm like, there ain't no way you live in Cali. Like, ain't no way you've never shot a gun. No, never even handled one. I call CJ, bro. Chris has never shot a gun. Well, hell, bring him on over. Come on. So I grabbed the Mini 14, my pistol, and he's like, dude, we're walking out this bitch like a Rambo. I was like, okay, and? Throw it in the truck, drive over to CJ's. We sitting out there waiting. He goes, man, how long does it usually take CJ? I was like, nah, not that long. About 4 minutes after that, CJ comes walking out like a busted can of biscuits and a wife beater, carrying a shotgun, a Henry 44 rifle, and what else you bring?
It was the 44, the
was that Henry or the?
Yeah.
He comes out. He goes, if that don't look like white trash. I said, damn, you really think that little of us? We can let you shoot guns.
Right. I mean, it's kind of funny though thinking about it. Like us, you definitely grew up in the South. Like we had this. My cousin was putting in a driveway. Like at my great grandparents owned a whole bunch of property, and most of my family lived around there. And they had a right of way put through for a driveway to go like to the back of property, and they had a bunch of dirt removed. So there's always this like one spot in the driveway that was like what was a hill that had all the dirt removed out of one side. And like we just like shot guns there. I was thinking about it the other day. It was like there's like what's different now than like when you were a kid. I was like, yeah, they gave us guns and ammo and just let us go outside and told us to shoot stuff and like come back when it's dark. And you're like,
natural selection worked back then.
Yeah.
I mean that's essentially where we shoot at the house. I took our tractor and been cleaning out the ponds and just literally piled up a giant pile of dirt and put targets on the front of it and said, "Hey, look, this is where we go shoot."
Yeah.
Hey, those targets I got are pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 of them now. So
I'm gonna bring you the other 2 because I'm not ever gonna use it for anything else.
Grandpa
telling
would
you, when you
clamp his
come-
reloaders to the kitchen table and sit down and hand me primers and cases and gunpowder and say, "Here, make your own rounds."
Oh wow.
I'd sit there and
Dude, that's
crimp together a couple hundred rounds, and he'd be like, "Okay, let's go shoot." All
I
right.
set my arm on fire with gunpowder one time at a what was it, some kind of 4th of July party, I believe. I had a can of it, it come in like this metal cans,
Mhm.
and I threw it into the campfire, and it lit my whole arm on fire. It's like,
Holy shit.
it was crazy, dude.
Yeah, my great grandfather owned like a mechanic shop, and he owned a junkyard for a while. And so like at one side of the road was like what was full of cars, and we had like pretty much like a go-kart track where we wore the dirt and grass down all the way through it. And behind the house, there was a bunch of property. It was like junk cars, like parts cars. We actually had like a whole bunch of Chevelles and Mustangs and like all kinds of cool shit back there, MG midgets. But yeah, so he just sent us in the woods with like shotgun shells or 22 rifle, whatever we had at the time. Just like any wood glass is broken in these cars, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Other than that, just free range. Don't shoot the cars. Don't break any glass. And that's surprised nobody ever got shot or nobody ever got hurt or anything. But
Did you say cool and MG midget in the same sentence?
Jake thought he got shot at my house. When we
Oh
were-
my god, dude! I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
dude.
Okay, let me tell him what we got. Okay, it's
That shit was
like
crazy.
4 inch thick.
You
like
could just go show him.
I'll be back. God damn.
You still have it?
Yes, I don't. Yes.
All I heard was, "Ow!"
Yeah, going back to it though, I don't think it's actually the stereos that big epiphany just had right now. I don't think the car audio gave us tinnitus. What about as kids and young adults shooting guns with no hearing protection like crazy? Like looking back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and like, ooh, my ears are ringing after shooting the 22. Just pow, 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 pow. And you're like, oh, that's probably dumb, kid.
I've blown up a lot of shit with tannerite with no hearing
Never got to play
protection.
with Tannerite. I always wanted to play with Tannerite.
It's fun.
Dude, I want to
See,
load
the
up her
the whole hearing protection argument thing with shooting, if I know I'm going to be shooting for a long period of time, I usually wear hearing protection. But if I'm shooting my pistol that I carry every day, I don't tend
Bro,
to wear hearing protection with it.
I lost my hearing for like 2 weeks out of one ear from a pistol, dude.
I lost it, dude. I almost went dead. I'm not even trying to one up you. I had a customer on the Snap-on truck. Owed me money.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the nail in his foot.
Oh, no.
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 I had a
This
customer
is
on
the
Snap-on
target.
truck. He owed me like $350, something like that. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Don't pay me. Well, he shows up in the truck. He's like, hey man, I don't have your money, but I've got this pistol. And technically,
God.
most people don't realize that if I'm paying for something, that's literally like me running my card for your bill and me buying it from you, technically. So like I ran my card, got this pistol. It was M&P 45, no M&P XT45 tactical. What's going on, Chris? We were just talking about you a minute ago. But so I'm standing. So I traded it, bought the pistol. I wanted another. It was a 45 XT45. And I wanted one anyway, but it was missing the striker cap on the back of the handgun. So just like
That usually means that.
Mhm.
So I had So I had my tool truck at the time was like it had like literally like a house alarm on it. So you had to like stand in the step hole and just stand still while like the fucking laser thing started to like did their thing, and then you put in a code real fast, and then you fucking leave and close the door. So in the entrance of the door, I had a pry bar rack right there. I'm standing with the pistol, me holding it by the end of it because it has 2 safeties on it, the trigger and the back of the palm thing. But again, there's no striker cap on it. Holding it upside down, waiting for my alarm thing goes off. I barely bumped the fucking side of a pry bar with the back of that gun. That 45 goes off in the fucking tool truck, shoots through my door, ricochets off the concrete, hits the Fiesta ST door like an inch below the back glass, goes off, and then hits a fucing diesel tanker truck on the next road over in the fucking parking lot. But yeah,
you
dude,
never told me about that.
it was so. I didn't tell anybody for a long time because they had to have the EPA come out and get people to like do like waste management cleanup, like for like hazmat suits to get the fucking diesel fuel. Okay, it was a coincidence.
I just want you to know if that striker plate was off, somebody probably put one of those things that you flick and then you pull the trigger and it goes bang, 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 bang in it.
The next road over, like through chain link fence, a tanker truck sitting there got shot with a 45 caliber handgun, and it leaked diesel fuel everywhere all over the road. But
I don't know how that happened.
It was so fucking loud. It was so loud. I saw purple and pink, dude. Like my eye, like Mullen's fucking thing right there. And yeah, dude.
Well, the whole reason whenever I'm shooting my pistol, I tend not to wear hearing protection, is so that I get used to the sound.
So you're just deaf, but when something actually does hit the fan, you're already deaf.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, you get used to it, and you don't jump. You don't have the startle that you normally would have.
Yeah, but it still fucks your ears up, CJ.
It was over the statute of limitations time now. But no,
I'm talking
What if they
about
killed someone
Todd?
that you didn't know about?
probably. I don't know.
So these are CJ's targets. He's getting a couple more. These came from the place I buy my plexiglass from. These are cut with a water jet. There you can see the start and stop of the water jet. This is like 4 inches, 5 inches thick of some plastic. I have no idea what it is. It's like HDPE. It's not. It feels kind of like Teflon, but not like
They said it
Teflon.
was HDPE.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, high density polyethylene then. It'll stop a 9, it'll stop a 44, it'll stop 223, it won't stop 556. So yeah, I got a plate carrier, man.
There you go. Send the demo ranch.
Yeah. He's playing Call of Duty. He's like, I gotta add plates.
The story
That's the triple plate, dude.
the story behind that though is Jake showed you that to preface. We were out at the house shooting at a couple of those. And we're shooting at them. We're like, hey, why don't you roll it from over there? We'll shoot at it while it's rolling, see if we can hit it. We're doing all that, and I was like, you know what? I want to see what a shotgun slug will do to it.
That was a great idea.
Jake shoots it first, completely misses the target. I was like, give me the damn thing. So I shoot it again, and instead of the wad expanding like it normally would, the wad rode with the slug all the way to the target, bounces off the target,
It goes
comes back and hits Jake right in the tit.
Fucking here. And it hit so hard. It knocked the breath out of me. The only word I could get out was ricochet, and I'm like looking for the blood. I'm like pulling my shirt up. I'm like,
and I'm looking at Jake going, what are you talking about? And he's like, I've been shot. And I was like,
it hit me, dude. There was a 3-second pause of me looking for blood.
Dude, I shot myself in the face with a BB gun on accident one time. With the same great grandfather's house. Nobody getting hurt. One side of it's like house property, like grass and shit, and he has a barn on the end of the property. On the left side of it is always like a scrap metal bin. And for some reason, like me and my cousin, my brother, we were fucking around, and I just threw the BB gun up and I shot it at the scrap bin. It hit the inside of a transmission bell housing, went swoop, and went right back and hit me in the fucking forehead, dude. My God, and everybody.
So
Look at John's comment, dude.
I guess me and Jake have something in common because me and my buddy was out at a friend's hunting lodge, and we were out rabbit hunting, and we were kicking brush trying to get rabbit to come out of the brush. And we walked by this big pile of junk that they had just thrown out in the woods. And it was a refrigerator, an old refrigerator laying on its side. On the bottom of it was the canister for the Freon. And he thought he could shoot that with his shotgun and blow a hole in it. Well, needless to say, he shot it and it just caved it in. Well, all that bird shot or whatever he had in there came back, hit me right in the middle of the chest. And I screamed like a little bitch. Grabbed my chest and stood there for a second and pulled my hand down and had about 3 little bitty BBs in my hand that just peppered me right in the middle of the chest.
Oh, dude, it'll scare the shit out of you whenever you're not expecting something to hit you.
Oh, my God, left a bruise about the size of a golf ball in the middle of my chest.
Oh, Jake's bruise was shaped exactly like the unexpanded wad. It was hilarious. You could hold it back to his chest.
Dude, it looked like I had a midget give me a hickey on the titty.
That's what really happened. Jake can't step foot on CJ's property without getting injured in some way.
Look, man.
I saw him pull a 4-inch nail.
I happen to know what happens at certain set establishments with Casey.
Jake didn't pull out a 4-inch nail. I pulled out a 4-inch nail.
Yeah, I couldn't pull it out.
Didn't you pull it out with pliers? Or did you pull it out by hand?
I pulled it out by hand.
I tried to pull it out. It was not coming.
Was it in the bow?
You really had to pull it.
I already told Jake this when I used to build a tree house, and I would tear the tree house down or fort or whatever I built, and I would reuse the wood and stick the other shit and do other stuff. And I was deciding to tear down this little fort thing I had built. And I remember I like pulled one like 2x4 by like 12 or some bullshit, threw it on the ground. It had nails on it, and I like stepped back when I was fucking with something else. And I remember trying to move my foot, and I felt something like pulling on my foot when I went to move it. And I looked down, I had flip flops on, and it was I already stepped on a nail, and my skin was pointed at the top of my fucking foot. Yeah, dude. And I was like, oh god! So I like scared yanked my foot up real fast, and it was like it was a squirter, dude, for sure, a squirter. And I was like having a panic attack. It was a little tiny ass little fucking hole in my foot, and blood just fucking coming out of it.
This one didn't ooze like a motherfucker, but it definitely went all the way to the bone and hit the bone.
Hey, we sterilized.
I couldn't pull it out. Like I gave it a good. It's like, oh, nope.
Did you Rambo it and put some gunpowder in it and set it on fire?
No.
No,
Oh.
we
Shit.
filled it with.
Look, I'm the king of one word whenever I'm in pain, and that time it was yank. That's all I got out to fucking.
And I
CJ.
want you to know, it was not easy to pull out. It was in the bone. I had to use force to get it to come
You
out.
have the problem with that. I had the problem of actually yanking when I get hurt because I did that. And I fucked up. That's where I fucked up my thumb so bad. I closed the door on it.
Hey, I've made that mistake before.
My thumb out of the
And
door.
I'm not that bad, but
Yeah.
fingers shorter. This one.
I was about 6 years old down at my dad's shop and knocked a cylinder head
Emotional
over on my
damage.
finger, and when it landed on my finger, I yanked, and it pulled the whole tip of my finger off.
But
I cut the end of my thumb off with a ravioli can, and then when I was on the way to the hospital, my brother ate the ravioli.
wait, Jack's trying to get it to focus.
You're trying to get it to fuck us? What the shit, dude?
I was trying to open a pack of Ritz crackers with a butter knife. And I cut right down the middle. Can you see it?